Hello, English learners. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Michael, and this is the English with Michael YouTube channel. I'm your teacher today, and I thought we could do a practical lesson today. So, today we're going to be looking at cleaning, something we all have to do. Most of us don't like it. I actually quite like cleaning, to be honest, but most of us hate it. But there's a lot of very specific vocabulary, verbs, expressions, things we can talk about with cleaning. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. I've taken some videos of me cleaning around the house. And I do want to point out this is not my house. I'm staying here temporarily. So if you think, oh, it looks so dirty, it looks so horrible, or something like that, don't judge me too hard, please. I also don't have too much cleaning equipment here because I'm still in the process of moving, and of course it's not my house here, so I don't have all of the equipment I can use. So I might use some pictures I find online or videos, but I'll try to film most of it myself. Okay, so first of all, you can see I have a cloth, and with this cloth, I am going to wipe down the kitchen surfaces. So I have a bottle of disinfectant here. Now, disinfectant is a chemical or spray that can clean the environment. Infect is when you get sick or dirty. Disinfect is to take away that harmful bacteria. So I can spray, which is this action, this verb, to spray with disinfectant. Once the disinfectant is on the surface, I then wipe with a cloth. So this material, this white object is called a cloth, not clothes, it's different than that, it's a cloth. And what I'm doing here is wiping, to wipe. So wiping the surface until it is as clean as a whistle. This is a very common expression, as clean as a whistle. It just means very, very clean. Okay, so next of all, I'm going to do the dishes. We could say to wash the dishes, but it's very obvious that we mean wash. So usually we say do the dishes. Another way to say this is do the washing up. This is a noun, washing up. I'm going to do the washing up. So I'm doing the washing up. I have a sponge here and I'm going to scrub this mug. To scrub is when you kind of rub very, very vigorously, very hard, to try to remove grime and dirt. Grime is another word for dirt. We'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm scrubbing really hard, as you can see in this video, trying to make it squeaky clean as a whistle. And there's another one I didn't plan on saying, but squeaky clean, again, just means very, very clean. Squeaky clean, like shiny almost, like that. So what do you think? Does this mug look squeaky clean to you now? Another thing that's very, very useful during these difficult pandemic times is disinfecting your hands. I spoke about disinfecting before, so I have an alcohol disinfectant here. I take it with me all the time. You never know when you might need it. Even before the pandemic, I always had it with me. You never know. You might put your hand down and, oh, bird poo. It's always useful, right? So in this video, you can see I'm pouring the disinfectant on my hands, rubbing my hands together, and now my hands are squeaky clean and ready to touch whatever I want. The next thing that I really need to do actually is do the vacuuming or the hoovering. So this item can be called a vacuum cleaner or a hoover. Hoover is named after the person who invented it. And we call it both here in the UK, and they can both be nouns or verbs. So in this clip, I'm going to vacuum the floor, I'm going to hoover the carpet, try and make it clean. And this is a brand new hoover that I bought, so I really like it, it's good. On Amazon, you can get it too. I'm not sponsored. So after I hoovered the floor, I could head over to the bathroom or the kitchen, the hard surfaces, and mop the floor. I don't have a mop, so I'll put a picture in the video, but a mop is where you kind of use this, where you get the floor wet and you clean with this tool. This tool is called a mop. Another thing you could do on a hard surface or maybe outside is sweep. Sweep is the verb for what you do with a broom or maybe a dustpan and brush. Brush is the little tiny brush like brush your teeth, but except you brush the floor. The dustpan is where you collect the dirt. So dustpan and brush or broom, and you sweep the floor to pick up all of that dirt. What you really don't want in a house is grime. Grime is like really difficult to remove, disgusting dirt, often found in the corners of places. And people never clean inside their windows. And this is one example. I think I'm going to start doing this, but if you look inside this window, there's a lot of grime. It's really disgusting. Of course, if you keep the windows closed, it's not a big deal. But the grime is not so pleasant. So let's disinfect and clean this grime later. The final thing I could do, so after cleaning the house, you're sweaty, you're hot, you're tired, you probably look terrible like me most of the time. And you want to kind of go outside and look a bit presentable. So this is when you want to freshen up. To freshen up. This phrasal verb usually talks about yourself, but it can be a room or something too, and it's just to make something look tidier and more presentable. So in this video, I'm kind of splashing some water, maybe some aftershave on my face, so I smell nice, I'm clean. I'm going to freshen up in the bathroom mirror. And there's one more thing I forgot to do, and this is to tidy up or to clean up. These are two phrasal verbs. We say up afterwards. We could just say, I'm going to clean, I'm going to tidy. It just sounds very simple, and it's not so natural. I mean, usually people say up at the end, and it kind of just has a more friendly feeling. And if we don't say up, usually you have to specify what you're going to clean. Like, I'm going to clean the kitchen, the bathroom. If there is no object of cleaning, you can simply say, I'm going to clean up. So in this video here, you can see, what? There's so many bananas on the floor. Where did all these bananas come from? So they obviously shouldn't be there. So I'm going to tidy up these bananas and put them back in the kitchen where they belong. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that little video. Hope you found it useful. Again, I don't have so many items with me now, but maybe I can do another one if you like this kind of style. Thank you for watching. Leave your example comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. See you later.